In the land of the pharaohs, where the sun dipped into the horizon and painted the sky with hues of gold and crimson, the ancient Egyptians lived in a world of wonder and magic. They believed in the power of the gods, who ruled over the earth, the sky, and the underworld. One of the most powerful pharaohs of all time was Ramses the Great, who ruled over Egypt with an iron fist and a wise heart. He was a warrior, a builder, and a visionary who expanded Egypt's borders and brought prosperity to his people. He was also a devout believer in the gods, and he built grand temples and monuments to honor their power. But Ramses was not the only one who believed in the gods. His people believed in them too, and they lived their lives according to the ancient rituals and traditions that had been passed down through generations. They believed that the gods controlled the forces of nature and that they could appease them through offerings and sacrifices. One day, a young priest named Ankh came to the palace with a vision from the gods. He told Ramses that the gods were angry with the Egyptians and that they would unleash their wrath upon the land unless the people repented and changed their ways. Ramses was skeptical at first, but he decided to heed Ankh's warning and called for a great festival to appease the gods. The festival was a grand affair, with processions, sacrifices, and offerings to the gods. The people of Egypt came from all over the land to participate, and they prayed and sang and danced before the altars of the gods. Ramses himself offered a sacrifice to the god Amun, the king of the gods, and he prayed for forgiveness and guidance. As the festival came to a close, a great storm broke over the land. The winds howled, and the rains pounded against the temples and palaces. The people of Egypt huddled together in fear, wondering if the gods had accepted their offerings. But as the storm raged on, a strange thing happened. The winds and rains began to take on a strange, otherworldly quality. They seemed to be alive, as if they were being controlled by some unseen force. The people of Egypt watched in awe as the storm raged on, and they knew that the gods were indeed angry. As the storm reached its peak, a figure appeared in the sky. It was a great and powerful being, with the head of a falcon and the body of a man. He was the god Horus, the son of Isis and Osiris, and he had come to deliver a message to the people of Egypt. Horus spoke with a voice that thundered across the land, and he said, "Behold, O Egyptians, I have come to you with a message from the gods. You have forgotten the ways of your ancestors, and you have turned away from the path of righteousness. But fear not, for the gods are merciful and forgiving. If you repent and turn back to the ways of your fathers, they will forgive you and bless you once again." The people of Egypt were overcome with emotion, and they wept and prayed before the figure of Horus. They vowed to turn back to the old ways and to honor the gods with all their hearts. And as they did so, the storm began to subside, and the sun broke through the clouds once again. From that day on, the people of Egypt lived in a new era of peace and prosperity. They honored the gods with all their hearts, and they lived according to the ancient rituals and traditions. And they knew that the gods watched over them, guiding and protecting them, and that they would always be there to help them in times of need. And so, the legacy of Ramses the Great and the ancient Egyptians lived on, a testament to the power of faith and tradition in the face of adversity. The gods of Egypt continued to watch over their people, guiding them and protecting them, and the people continued to honor them with all their hearts.